From the jungle. This is Ace and Dragon hosting the Lionheart podcast. We are back at it again for SmackDown. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that sounds better. That sounds way better. Okay, I guess I'll take the lead on this one.
Okay.
SmackDown was actually a really good show. It wasn't that bad. It had its moments, and but hey, even its bad moments were actually kind of funny in ways. So, we start out the night with Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose coming out. He starts talking about his championship opportunity. No, how he's going to defend his title against Dolph Ziggler, and how he's going to decimate Ziggler, and how he's going to do this, and how he's going to do that. He pretty much just said, he explains what he went through to be champion. How hard he worked. To keep the title, and how no one else is going to take him down. And that leads into Bray Wyatt and Eric Rowan coming out and pretty much trying to crash Dean Ambrose with a promo. And they went ham on Dean. They started whooping Dean's tail, and that led into Dolph Ziggler coming up because last week, Ason, you predicted this too. Last week, Ason predicted a tag team match between these two, and Dolph Ziggler came out to the help of Dolph Ziggler. He said that he came out just for Dolph Ziggler, just for himself, but whatever. So pretty much Dolph Ziggler came out, tried to get some revenge for the attack on him last week, and he accidentally super kicked Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose knocked out cold. Bray Wyatt and Eric Rowan run off, and then after that we go to commercial. Backstage you got backstage it comes back on from commercial. You have Dolph Ziggler holding his head from a big punch from Eric Rowan, and he was just like, dang. I missed my opportunity to get my hands on him. And Dean Ambrose walks up, that man is pissed. He's just like, you put your hands on me. Man, that super kick, I guarantee it was an accident. He said, but this Sunday, he was like, it's Sunday, when I hit that dirty deeds on you, oh, trust me, that surely won't be an accident. Then they got face to face.
And Ziggler, I remember when he was backstage with Dean, he was like, me and the Wyatts, we had some unfinished business from last week, so that's why I came out there.
Oh, yeah. And that Shane McMahon and Dan Bryan, they walked up and they were just like, guys, no, it ain't going down like. We gonna wait until SummerSlam to see what you two got against each other. And then Daniel was just like, but tonight you two got a match against the Wyatt family. And Dean, if you don't like that, apparently last week Ziggler said something about screw you. So Daniel pretty much turned that back in his face, and he was like, so Ziggler, if you don't like that, what did you tell me last week? Oh yeah, that's right, screw you. And then they just walked away. Like Ziggler and Dean, you could tell they were not happy that they were being put in a match with each other.
Oh yeah. Oh man, but in the next match we had American Alpha versus Mike Vega and Mikey O'Shea. Now,
Jobbers.
Jobbers. American Alpha dominated this match, man. I really like Jason Jordan. Like when he gets on fire, he started to do his comeback. That man started giving you a belly to belly suplex. When he belly to belly you, he throw your ass, and then he spear you in the corner. And I'm getting the feeling, it's obvious now at this point that American Alpha is pretty much the face tag team of SmackDown. And during this match, we saw, the Ascension came out, which I was shocked about because we ain't seen the Ascension as a team, coming out on TV in a minute. And we saw the Vaudevillains, and we saw, the Hype Bros come out. And, I guess they're all trying to, claim that spot as the number one tag team on SmackDown. And they all surrounded the ring, and they all just got in a big-ass fight. But, the American Alpha cleared the ring, and yep.
Yep, they like it, man. Yep, they all four of these tag teams, they want those new tag team titles that are coming. They want them. They want to take those things home. And, I think it would be a little too predictable if American Alpha gets them. So, my pick to take home those tag teams for the first time, I'm taking the Hype Bros. I really do think the Hype Bros are going to take those tag teams home.
I'm not gonna lie. The Ascension, they was really good in NXT. Like they was the longest reigning NXT tag team champions. I kind of want to see that happen again. But on the other hand, I really want to see American Alpha team, capture the championships because they're a really good team, and I like American Alpha. They're like the new era version of Team Angle. So.
Yeah. Okay. So. Yep. Yeah. You're right. Next on SmackDown, we have Miz and Maurice making porn on Renee's table. All right, so
PG porn.
pretty much, pretty much Renee was questioning Miz. She was just like, "So how do you feel knowing that you have a match with Apollo, at SummerSlam, for your Intercontinental title?" And he was just like, he just kept on staring at Maurice. Then Maurice kept on staring at him. Then they just kept on. They got slower and slower onto the table. And they just got closer and closer to each other. And Renee, they
get to you.
Renee was just like, okay, let's check out some of the footage on Apollo and Apollo Crews. And so they checked out the footage, all his dominant moments, what he's done, and they show it how fast he moved from NXT to the main roster. They show all of that. And then when they came back from his stuff, Miz and Maurice was just face to face, super close, just looking at each other, and they was just like, back to you, JBL. And man, this next match, man, this was like you kind of like I said at the beginning.
This was horrible.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It was horrible, but it was entertaining.
Yeah, it was entertaining. Yeah, it was. And knowing that we got so close to seeing what we saw, it was kind of cool, I guess. But so Eva Marie came out with that same terrible entrance. Well, John Cena, I'm joking. But Eva Marie came out with that same terrible entrance. The fans booed the crap out of her. She got in the ring, and just like last week when, apparently her leg got hurt so she couldn't make her debut match, something else happened this week. She had a wardrobe malfunction, and her breast popped out. Yeah, her boobs popped out of her wrestling gear, and literally, like, it was inches away from seeing. She was like holding her straps up,
all nude,
and like
all,
she was just
instead of all red everything, all nude everything. Oh man.
She was just like, she told the referee, towel, bring me a towel, and she grabbed it, put the towel around herself. She ran into the back. She almost dropped the towel. Man, the little kid, he felt something for the first time. I'm not gonna get into all that. That little kid's eyes went so wide. I was like, wow.
And one person in the crowd, when you see a fine grad, they do that little whistle there. I can't whistle good, so I don't want to do it there. Fur, some shit like that. Mm-hmm. I heard that in the crowd. That was funny.
But it's funny. So I really do think I wanted to say they edited this, but okay, not to get off subject, but NXT when Bobby Roode got there, there was this guy in the crowd, and Bobby said something. Bobby Roode said, "I want to give y'all what y'all deserve," and this guy in the crowd, he was just like, "Give it to me, Bobby, give it to me." I swear.
The fuck? Hell no, that's kind of.
Yeah.
That nigga he want to be glorious. He want what the hell?
Bobby was just talking, I want to give you guys what you deserve, and that man, I swear, he said, "Give it to me, Bobby, give it to me." And the night when Eva, okay, so this is what happened. So Alexa Bliss came out.
Becky, before Alexa Bliss came out, Becky was looking for a challenge. She was like, I will not go backstage 2 weeks in a row, with no match. I want a challenge, so come at me, bro. And that's when Alexa Bliss came out.
And by the way, happy birthday to Alexa Bliss.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday.
And this was her debut match. Of course, Becky Lynch gets the job like she always does, and she loses to the Bliss Twist or the Twist of Bliss or something like that. I really forgot what it's called. It's kind of it's cool, weird name. She loses off of that 1, 2, 3, and the reason why she lost off of this, even Marie came out, her music hit and distracted Becky for enough time for Alexa Bliss to do this, and this is what I was talking about. And this woman walked up, she was like, "Eva Marie, how do you feel knowing that this is the second week in a row you were not able to make your debut over just crazy stuff happening?" She was just like, "Well, this is upsetting for me, but trust me,
I'll be ready.
Yeah, I'll be ready next week. I'll be ready to give." This is what she said. "I'll be ready to give you guys my debut match next week." And then I heard the same guy give it to me, Marie. Give it to me, Eva. Give it. I'm like, oh, what? I was in there laughing. I'm like,
Hey,
"Whoa,
man, hey, that
yeah."
lets you know he's straight instead of saying, "Give it to me, Bobby." Come on,
That
but
man said, "Give it
I
to me."
laugh when all the lights turned red, like when Becky was in the ring, because I started thinking of Undertaker when the lights go out and then they come on stage. Yeah, that was Eve Marie's version of Undertaker or whatever. It was just weird. Everything just went red, and you knew who it was, Eve Marie.
Mhm. This next match. This match, I really thought it was gonna be more, but it was boring. I'm not gonna. This
Yeah,
match
this
was
match was
kind
and
of
all
boring.
that. Randy Orton versus Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah, this match
We haven't seen Del
was
Rio in a minute. It's been a minute since we seen Del Rio.
uh, I last time I saw him was the draft, like draft night, and I mean that's pretty much it. But this match, like I said, it was boring. Not pretty much all this was Del Rio. Basically, on Brock Lesnar's balls. Del Rio was just like, I'll hurt him for you, Brock. No problem. I hurt that shoulder. I hurt that shoulder. And yeah, that's pretty much all it was. Del Rio just dominated Orton's shoulder. And
Oh
then,
yeah,
of
that was
course,
full rape right there.
JBL was just like, Brock Lesnar has to be smiling, looking at Del Rio. Thank you. So now I can sit up for that Kimura lock and make Orton tap out. I swear, if it's SummerSlam Orton taps out to a Kimura lock, that man better than
Hey,
if he loses.
I've been hearing rumors that Orton is he's supposed to be beating Brock at SummerSlam. I don't know if it's true, but I've been hearing that Orton's supposed to beat Brock at SummerSlam. I've been hearing about that.
That shoulder injury, now I swear, Alberto Del Rio put that shoulder through hell. And then
Hell, last week Miz put that shoulder through hell. Or wasn't that? Wasn't that the week before?
No, it was Fandango. It was Fandango last week that put that shoulder through.
Oh.
It was. This is the order. You have Del Rio, who Del Rio's cross breaker focuses on the shoulders and arms and stuff. Then you got Fandango, who put some work on it last week. Then you also got to think about it. Brock came out and delivered an F5 to Randy, and even before that, like you said, Miz put some damage on that shoulder as well.
Yep.
So I swear, if this leads up to a Kimura lock and Brock Lesnar just comes that back
That's
and just
game.
start breaking his arm, I swear that's it. I really do feel like this is gonna be a retirement match for Orton. Yep. But Alberto Del Rio, he gets himself disqualified. Then he just starts, he looks at the camera. I got you, Brock. I told you, Brock. You're not gonna take me to Suplex City anymore. No more Suplex City. And he took the chair, he took the chair, threw Orton in the ring, got in the ring, RKO out of nowhere, and the fans.
Randy RKO was nice. That was actually a nice RKO.
Yeah, Randy Orton, he got some mixed feelings from the crowd. He got booed, and you can tell that there were some people going for the Beast, and there's some people going for the Viper. So this crowd, man, is split right down the middle. Because you gotta remember, a lot of people still like Brock Lesnar. A lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Yep. After that, we had a promo by Heath Slater and Rhino. Well, Heath Slater really, he was just like, he went back talking to Rhino.
I got keys.
Yeah, I need this contract.
I got family to feed.
I got keys.
The funny thing about
this match, I'm going to kill myself.
That's desperation right there. But the funny thing about this promo, like Heath Slater, when he was talking to Rhino, he was like, "Come on, man, I got 2 kids. I got 2 kids to feed, man. I got to get this contract." And then Rhino,
I just bought a pool.
And then Rhino mentioned, how he's running for governor and all from Michigan. I think somewhere in Michigan, something like that. And then I could be wrong, but he said something like after that he said it was like, but I need that contract for my 4 kids. And Rhino was like, wait, you just said 2 kids, now you have 4 kids? And then he was like, man, we got this pool, man, and all of that. And it was a weird conversation. And Rhino was like, what kind of pool do you have? He was like, why does it matter? He was like, Rhino was like, what kind of pool do you have? Is it built in? Is it out of the ground or whatever? And he was like, I think he said it's built in or something. It was a weird little promo. But they had a match anyway. That was next.
This match will shock you. Before we get to this match, they went into commercial break announcing that this match was going to be next. But this didn't make sense. All right, so this next segment didn't make sense. Actually, Miz has a nice card. Miz has a really nice car.
The GTA 5 car.
Oh yeah, that's a GTA 5 car for real. I might post something on my YouTube channel. A perfect example, because I got them $1 billion. make him move, make that $1 billion move. You know what I mean? But man, so the Intercontinental Champion Miz, he rolled up. And he was like right in front of the Mystery Mobile, kind of just like yesterday when you had Goldust and R-Truth and Scooby Doo, all that stuff. Which I don't think we talked about that yesterday. I really don't. But yesterday on Raw, there was a segment with Goldust and R-Truth and Scooby Doo, and apparently I think they were doing a movie or something. Or Goldust did a movie a long time ago with Scooby, that involved Scooby Doo, and like R-Truth just like, you're trying to replace me with a dog? You're trying to replace me with a dog? Really, Goldie? After everything we've been through, you trying to replace? He was just like, man, he said, man, come on now. He says, you know how we were doing tag team partners when, I made this movie with Scooby Doo. So yeah, I'm guessing it was an old movie, and pretty much Scooby and R2 got in their same, faces, and then they Goldust pretty much got them to get along, and R2 just like, Scooby, can I have a Scooby snack? And Scooby just shook his head up and down. He was just like, may I do it? And Scooby shook his head up and down. And R2 said, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. I'm like, whoa, what the heck?
The fuck?
What? Yep. That actually happened. But tonight, you had pretty much like Scooby-Doo wanted to drive Miz's awesome car. And Miz was just like, you do not touch my car. He said, you do not mess with my car. And Miz... Scooby just shook his head towards Mystery Mobile, and Miz was just like, oh, man, I don't want no Scooby snacks. He said, hold on, are they gluten free? And then he got into the Mystery Mobile. Scooby locked Miz into the Mystery Mobile, and he stole Miz's keys, jumped in Miz's car, and just drove off. I was like, wow. So yeah, pretty much Scooby just, he just, GTA, man. That's all I gotta say. Scooby, is officially in the GTA roster. Grand Theft Auto, that man stole a car. But this next match, this was actually a pretty good match. For a second, I really thought Heath Slater was gonna beat Rhino. I really thought this man was gonna do it, because that man put up a fight. And Ace, I won't let you talk about that fight that man put up. That man put up a fight.
Man, that man, it was going back and forth. Like, at one point Slater had Rhino down, and Rhino had Slater down, and like at one point,
hey, man, people actually cheered that man.
Oh,
they were actually cheering that man on. I was like, wow. He had a free agent T-shirt and everything.
He was hitting them pinfalls too every time. He hit him. He put him in the head like at one point. He was just going for pinfalls, and he slammed Rhino, he grabbed his hair and slammed him down. Went for another count, 1, 2, and Rhino just kept kicking out. And that man just got frustrated. And then Rhino had him on the ground again, and Rhino caught him with the spear, and that was it.
This is what happened before the spear. Rhino was going for the spear, and Heath Slater moved out the way, and Rhino ran like head first into a pole. Heath Slater came back with a roll-up pin. But like the only problem was I guess he thought the referee wasn't paying attention. Heath Slater, I guess he really wanted the job because he put his feet on the rope, and like the referee said 1, 2, 3, Heath Slater, get them feet off the rope, get those feet off the rope.
Yeah. That man feet was like on the first rope. That man feet was all the way up there.
He pushed the ref. He was like, "Come on, ref."
Hey, I thought he was gonna have it there. Like if referee didn't see that, if he didn't see that cheap schoolboy pin, I think he would have won. Definitely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I really thought this man was about to win. I was about to mark out, but Heath Slater, he pushed the ref. Come on, ref, because this is my contract I'm talking about here. Come on, he said just like you work, I want to work too. Come on, give me a break, man. Give me a break. Then he turned around, Gore. And it's on, like you said, 1, 2, 3, and Rhino wins. And Heath Slater had this look on his face, man. Like he looked really concerned. He was just like, I'm not gonna get put on any roster.
I'm gonna feed my kids. Oh man. And the funny thing is, backstage they had before we get into that, they did show a promo of the Wyatts, They went back to Eric Rowan and Bray Wyatt. They was in the back, and Wyatt was telling Roman to do what he do best. He was telling not Roman. I said Roman Wyatt. Eric Rowan. My bad. They was telling him to he was telling Eric Rowan to destroy, do what he do best, and But anyway, going into the next promo. Slater that man was having a temper tantrum. He was frustrated. He was like, I know you guys, I didn't win, so what? I know you guys are going to fire me, yada, yada, yada. I'll just join the Suicide Squad. And before that, they was getting ready to offer Heath Slater a contract because they said he put some good effort, into that match. And, he kept running his mouth. And as soon as Heath Slater just kept running his mouth and just walked away, they were speechless. They didn't know what to say. And at one point, Daniel was like, well, should we not give him the contract? And Shane was like, I don't know. Something he said, and that was it. I think we're gonna see Heath on SmackDown. I think he might be on SmackDown. He might come back next week. Thank you guys, man. I just saw SmackDown last week. You guys offered me a contract. I'll accept that. Or some crap like that.
That's if he doesn't show up on Raw. I mean, I swear that man has been going from back and forth. I mean, think about it. First, this man loses his opportunity on Raw by his own former tag team partner, Jinder Mahal, and then he loses his opportunity against Rhino. So yeah, plus like the Social Outcast got broke up, 2 members on Raw. I think it would only be fair if Heath Slater went to SmackDown because Heath Slater, that man's actually a
really
pretty good wrestler. That man has a moveset.
I want to see him on SmackDown.
That man has a pretty good moveset. This next match, Carmella versus Natalie. Yeah, this is the match because everybody.
Natalia, he said Natalie.
Yeah, that's what they call her.
Natalie. Oh, Natalie. Oh well.
Yeah, they call her Natalie. It's short for Natalia. But it's Carmella versus Natalia. Oh man, freaking! This was the match. I pretty much I used this time to go use the bathroom, wash my hands, go get food. Came back to see Natalia sitting on her. Then I just took like a 5-minute nap. I heard the ding, ding, ding. Natalia tapped out to Carmella's.
Like at the beginning, like when Carmella came out, she was doing, she always introduced herself or whatever, and she addressed what happened last week when Natalia came out and attacked her. Like Natalia came out running, she was gonna do the same thing, but Carmella, she was like, hell no, turned around, and they were just going at it with a fist fight, but Carmella had like the upper hand. As soon as they got in the ring, they was going back and forth or whatever, and like Dragon mentioned, at one point, Natalia was she was acting really cocky in that match, and at one point she sat on her. Like I think as a pinfall, she just legit sat on her, and then Carmella caught her. She got on top of her, did that code of silence, and that was it. She was going for the Natalia was going for the sharpshooter, but then Carmella turned into the code of silence, and that was it.
And after that, we have after that, Renee was pretty much talking about Styles and Cena because I'm guessing they weren't here.
Yeah, we didn't see Cena and AJ, surprisingly.
Well, Styles and Cena showed how their rivalry started 2 months ago with hashtag Let's Beat Up John Cena. We saw how John Cena got his tail beat a bunch. That was pretty much it. Then they showed, them going face to face, and then okay, guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Like this year is like the way they have like the how can I say this? The way they have like the postcard set up for each match, like they have the John Cena and AJ Styles standing next to each other. I don't like that, man. I really don't. I think last year's was better. Like the way because they showed Brock Lesnar in some footage, then they showed they showed Brock Lesnar in some footage. And then they showed Brock Lesnar's opponent, then some footage, and then they had like this cool like SummerSlam trees and stuff thing going on. This year it just looked kind of generic. Like there's this program on my computer I could do that. What WWE did with that whole thing, I can honestly do that. I think it's not that creative, but let's just hope that the matches make up for that low quality. But you can edit this part out of this one. Did you watch the main event?
I saw a little bit of it. Like I ain't see the whole thing. I know what happened at the end though. Ziggler had the upper hand at the end. I ain't see like the beginning of it. I just know what happened at the end.
Did you see how he won?
Yeah, I saw how he won. I know that, that part.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and get the Cleavestone Baron Corbin attack, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you have the main event. All right. So let's see. Okay, so after that, guys, we go backstage with Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin beat up Kalisto. I mean, out of nowhere, and Baron Corbin was just like, "This is what you get for costing me my Intercontinental title." And it's just, you got to think about it. Baron Corbin has not lost a match really since he got here. Like, well, he's lost a match, but like this is his first big match with like other than the Andre Memorial Battle Royal. This is his first big match that he's lost with more than one person. And, it's all because of Kalisto. I'm not going to lie. Kalisto cost that man. And so pretty much he just checked Kalisto, and I'm pretty sure, we probably going to see them in the pre-show. Like, I guarantee the two matches we're going to get in the pre-show for SummerSlam, we're going to get big old Titus O'Neil versus Darren Young, and, Baron Corbin and Kalisto. I'm pretty sure of that. But, yeah.
Moving on to the main event, we had Dean Ambrose and Ziggler versus the Wyatt family. Now, this match was, it was a typical back-and-forth match. Ambrose and Ziggler win, but the highlights of this match that probably caught the majority of y'all's attention. One part that I saw that really caught my attention was when Ambrose went for the suicide dive, and he pretty much botched it. Like, his foot caught the rope. He went for a suicide dive, and boom, like his foot caught the rope, and he almost hurt himself. And I think he was going for it on Eric Rowan. I think it was him, if I'm not mistaken. But at the end, Bray Wyatt was in the ring. And then Eric Rowan, I think he tagged in Eric Rowan. And it ended up being Ziggler and Rowan. They was like the last 2 men before the match ended. And then Ziggler went for a zigzag, but then Bray Wyatt broke it up. But at the end, Rowan tried to hit something on Ziggler, and Ziggler reversed it and super kicked him, and that was it.
Sweet chin Ziggler.
Yep, that was him. And then after this, they had Ziggler and Ambrose. They were just standing in the ring. Ambrose had his championship in his hand, and out of nowhere, Dean Ambrose go for a dirty deeds on Ziggler, and boom, that was it. And the crowd was chanting, yes.
Yeah, the crazy part about this, like the crowd was already cheering before this, and like pretty much like Ziggler, he was being a good sport. He picked up Dean because after Ambrose, like you said, he botched that. After Ambrose kind of botched that move, Ambrose was still on the knee. Like Ziggler picked him up, was patting him on the back. He was just like, "Good job, man. Good job. You did a good job. We won this match. We did this." Yeah, he was whispering. I could read it.
He showed sportsmanship.
We won this match. Yeah, we did this. We won this. Then he lifted up Dean Ambrose's hand, and that's when he got dropped with that dirty deeds. And I was like, wow. Dolph Ziggler showing good sportsmanship, and Dean Ambrose, he that's where he needs to be. I just wish he didn't get cheered for it. I wish that man had got booed.
Yeah, I really want to see Dean turn heel, but like nowadays, a lot of heels get cheered. So, now this was the Ruthless Aggression era. He might have got booed, but
everybody was boo, and like me, even Dean was giving a heel smile. He was just like, I just took down that guy. I just put that man down. But pretty much, I guarantee you that was pretty much payback for the super kick earlier that night by
Ziggler.
Yeah, that was pretty much just payback.
Yep. So next week SmackDown.
Go ahead. I'm not gonna lie. Ziggler, he didn't do it on purpose. That man did not do that on purpose. But trust me, Dean Ambrose did that dirty deeds on purpose. And so next week, I don't know. I really don't know what's gonna happen next week. I really don't know.
I'm really surprised they ain't doing no contract signing. I mean, they could possibly happen next week. Ziggler and Ambrose contract signing for the championship. Same for Finn Balor and Seth Rollins. They might do a contract signing or something, but they didn't announce it. But they could announce it like ahead of time. So, but next week it'll be the last Raw and SmackDown before SummerSlam, because SummerSlam is next weekend. So, yeah.
Yep. So, hey, son, what's your ratings, bro? What's your ratings?
I give this one I give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah, same. I think I give it a 7.5 out of 10. It wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty good. At certain parts, it wasn't boring, but at the same time, like I said, it could have been better. There's a lot of stuff that could have been. I think that really could have gave it a 9 out of 10 if we had saw some stuff from AJ Styles and John Cena. I really feel like if we had saw some stuff from that, oh yeah, dude, this would have been like a
that was the missing component from the show.
Yeah, but we didn't get to see that. But like I said, I'm grateful for what we got. Like I said, it wasn't that bad. So yeah.
Yep. But Fuck.
Bada bing, bada boom. Who's the funniest guys in the room? Scooby Doo. Hey, son, how you doing?
Shaggy, you want to? I mean, Scooby, you want to? Fuck it. Fuck it. I couldn't do it.